Hi there, it's Pam here from Canterbury Craft NZ. I am doing the letter R for ABC, ABC April 2025, held by Margaret at Seven Plaza and Tony at Crafty by Tony. So I've decided to do reinforcement. I've always wanted to make an open spined journal, so I've cheated. I've started a few pages before I got started, just to see what worked for me. So I've got a few more to add to it. Excuse me. Oh dear. So what I'm doing is I am making the reinforcements out of paper bags. These are Woolworths paper bags that I get my groceries in sometimes when I forget to take my reusable shopping bags. But these are reusable too. So, and actually I get given a lot of these too from various people in my neighbourhood who want to get rid of them. We've got a good Facebook page and a good community support page here too. So what I do is I've just done these, torn these with a tear ruler. You don't even need to do that. You can do straight lines, you can just rip it, you can do anything. This is quite sturdy, this stuff. Well, it has to be because it fits our groceries in, doesn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you my take on this. I've seen a few videos on it recently, and some people just do the across, like straight across bit, but I find that I need a wee gap between the paper I'm going to use, and the substrate on the book. So I fold my paper bag in half. This is going to be quite dull, I think, but anyway, we're making a spine-free journal with reinforcements, and this is what this is. So I just break down one of those pieces of paper. I don't measure anything, I just fold it in half, and I'll glue one side. Oh gosh, I've only just stopped using this about an hour ago. I've just had a cup of tea and coffee. I'm a coffee drinker. Anyway, I'll have another go. So I just put this on one side of the... Oh gosh, there's a car honing down my road. We get some of the boy races here because we're just at the base of the hill, or one of the hills here. And last year they opened up the road between Craigroff, where I live, and Westmoreland. And so they do a loop, loop to loop. Anyway, that's okay. So I've got quite a bit of glue on there. I'll stick that down right on the edge of my paper, or the last thing I use, which happened to be a tag. Just give that a wee, oopsie, put a wee bit too much there. Just smooth that down. Now I did try doing it this way, and you can build up your pages to do it that way, like put some pages behind to do it that way, but I did find it easier doing it this way, just for me. May not be everybody's cup of tea, but for me it worked. I'm actually looking forward to using this journal because I usually sew all my journals. So oopsie, go on the wrong bit there, get that off. So then what I do with this is I know that it's got to be straight on there, and then finish that down with my rag. And there is like a slight gap in between, which will be a wee bit sticky. But there we go. We'll deal with the stickiness later. Now some of these pages, like this particular one, I have glued together, and I was going to use these as double book pages and something which I didn't. Excuse me. If you're in New Zealand, if you go to Warehouse Stationery. You can buy this packing tape, which is quite thick and very strong, and it comes in two sizes. It comes in this size and one probably double the size. I need to get the other size as well. I love this tape. It is so good. You can stamp on it and everything. It's really, and it's cheap, which is another bonus. So we'll get another little piece of paper. Now these do not have to be the whole length of the what you're doing. They can be just a wee bit. It depends on how sturdy you want to make your book and your journal. But I like this. I think this is a good technique actually to learn, because it opens up a whole new world of things if you're away and you've only got glue and you haven't got all your you know, fancy things that you have at home. Well, I say fancy things, like you don't have a cutter, or you don't have a trimmer, and you don't have any stitching things to stitch with or whatever. I'm terrible. I don't travel light. I take it all with me, otherwise I'm going to go bonkers. I did make that mistake during lockdown. I got stuck at my sister's place. Not that it was stuck, but it was lovely actually. We had a good time, but I was there for 7 weeks. I had nothing. I had no craft stuff because she's not really a crafter. I luckily got hold of some paint from someone, but boy, I felt like my right arm had been cut off. You know, for somebody who crafts as much as I do, yeah, it was a real it was a bit of a tough time just sitting with myself. They were essential workers, so they still went to work, but I watched a lot of TV. I can tell you that right now. I loved Anne with an E. I watched then. That was so good. Loved that program. It was really good. Anyway, so we're building this up slowly but surely. Yes, as a consequence, I haven't seen my sister for a few years. Not through not wanting to. It's just says I haven't been up there, and she hasn't been down here, so it's all good. I really do need to go back up there actually. I'm going to use that side. So we've got a little one here. Oh, there's a good word, phlegm. I've chosen really good words here. I think one of them's got stern on it, one's got phlegm. I used to be a nurse, and phlegm is not one of my favourite things. So it's quite canny that it gets to debut in one of my journals. Ugh, hate it. Hate it. Oh, that just brought me down a trip down memory lane that I don't want to forget. Sorry. Oh, I've done that the wrong way. Well, I will be painting on that or doing something different, but it doesn't matter. It's okay. Most of these pages will be covered up anyway with other things, so not too worried. Oh, phlegm on one side, overdraft on the other. Alright, there we go. I'm just going to turn this one through the other side, the other way. Might as well do it properly. yeah, so I hope everybody, well, it's Easter Sunday here, and I know this video isn't going up till the morning, but I hope everyone's had a lovely Easter weekend. I've just had a quiet one at home. In fact, my son said to me today, it's the first year we haven't done Easter dinner, Mum. What's wrong? I just thought, I can't be bothered cooking. Isn't that bad? Can't be bothered cooking. He could have invited me there for dinner. No, it's not that bad. It's just I said we'll do it during the week. I needed a bit of quiet time this weekend. I've had a bit of an emotional time a bit lately, so this is cathartic for me and self-care, which is good. So that one goes on there. That's lovely. Just make sure that's you don't want to go too off the beaten track with your spine. I know I'm not perfect, but what I'm making isn't perfect. I'm perfect. No, I'm not, but yeah. Get rid of that bit. And get rid of that bit. Fold, oh no, the other way. Fold that there. It's very quick to grow, this journal, which is good. I had not ever made one of these before, so it'll be good to see if it works out alright. I hope so. It's quite nice not sewing, actually. Need to cut that bit off. It's a bit too high. I was going to do some baking today, but it's going to be tomorrow now. I had my hot cross buns about 2 weeks ago. I was a bit disappointed, actually. I went to Copeland's, which is a bakery here in Christchurch, and they said, oh, have you tried the cranberry, it's where I buy my bread from, cranberry hot cross buns. So I took a packet. No, I didn't like those. And then somebody came over and they bought a packet of chocolate hot cross buns, and they were nice, but they weren't hot cross buns to me. They were nice chocolatey buns, and I haven't even had an original one, and I won't be having one now probably. Oh, they might be in the shops for a wee bit longer, but these little bits of bag I save and do stamping on for various things that I'm making. Okay. Not much goes to waste here. I was just looking at my scrap bins, and I'm pleased Easter's coming up tomorrow, because Easter's scraps for me, and it's going to be a goodie. Get rid of some scraps. Hopefully lots of scraps. Make them into something pretty. I have no idea what I'm going to use this journal for yet, but it's always good to have one or two made up. time now. It's 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. I haven't decided what I'm having for tea. Might be just a toasted sandwich. I had a bit of curry, leftover curry for lunch, and that was yum. But don't know whether I can be bothered cooking another meal. That's my bag. See, this is made from recycled paper anyway, so let's see them. So double bonus gets recycled again. Just about finished. Oh, I'll go a wee bit to go, but that's alright. It's quite relaxing. So these are very strong, as I said. They're actually really good, but they do add a bit of thickness to a journal, but that's okay. I suppose this is a bit similar to the what do you call it? Concertina journals that people make. Or they slide their paper in the middle. We're just doing it the other way around. That is too big. Bother. Didn't think about that. Oh, it's gone away. Let's try it again. It's better. Coming along, isn't it? So I thought I'd just do it neutral because I'm going to do quite a bit of collage on this one, I think, to make it pretty, or stenciling or whatever. I'll put that one up there. Yep, that'll do it. I've just made a wee side pocket there, but I won't do that, glue that up until I've decided what I'm going to decorate it with. I suppose I could have done a few floating pockets too, but you might, didn't. Right, wrong way. Sorry, I'm terrible about not having not being in view. Such a small window that you have camera angles. So that's just a bit of double-sided music paper. Then this one, it's the same as another small piece of need. So I'm going to make that a wee bit smaller still. Stick that on there. Goes there. So this one's just hinged at the top. It's okay, it opens and closes okay. So that's all we need. Gone quiet, haven't I? I've got no news. Nothing exciting's happening here at the moment. Just chugging along with life and doing lots of crafting. I tend to hibernate in winter a lot. Which I shouldn't do, but I do. This is actually quite good fun. Don't have to think too hard, which is nice. I'm sure my brain's going to mush. I've had such a funny time of it with my memory. Hey, that's what it is, isn't it? Getting older. Put that one in the middle. Just a bit up from the middle. Oops. Giving a wee move around there. Come on, just a wee bit there. That's it. beautiful. There's only a few more pages to go. Here we go. So I didn't even take a whole paper bag. I just had some paper bag scraps because I do use paper bags a lot in my journals. The shopping bags, because they're quite sturdy. They make good covers if you collage on them. They're really good reinforcers, so. Worth getting the odd one. You can get a lot out of them. I've made pockets and all sorts with paper bags. I was just thinking about paper bags the other day, like, the grocery bags. When we were kids, we used to have paper grocery bags. And they used to always be made into masks. And we'd walk around outside with our little masks on. We'd decorate them. Fun things to do as kids. Parents always trying to keep you entertained with something cheap and easy in the 1960s when I was born. Pretty lucky, really. Pretty lucky. We didn't have a lot of toys. We had quite a few games. Not a lot of toys as such. We had a ball and a tennis ball and a tennis racket. We played French cricket and all those sorts of things. Arts and crafts. Mum used to make her own Play-Doh for us. When she went shopping, I used to play shops and be the shopkeeper when she came home. I'd get everything out of the bags and put it through my little till. Probably drove my mum nuts, but it was quite funny. She's a good mum, my mum. Really good mum. Right, so that spine's certainly getting thicker. It's actually quite good to see because it's quite thick and sturdy on here, but there's lots and lots of little pages in these. So I've got this one next. 4 more pages, and then we've just got to do a wee cover. Gluey hands. Maybe just a wee bit long. Don't know what we ever did without this art glitter glue. It's so good. Oops, it's a wee bit crooked. Not that it really matters. Right, we're on the homeward stretch. I know this might be a bit tedious, but reinforcing's good. With my paper, my pages, often I will either reinforce them with by doubling them over, so they're a bit thicker, or I will add another piece, like a piece of coffee dyed paper or something behind them, because there's nothing worse than having a journal with pretty paper, you know, like hymnals and things like that. The paper's so flimsy that you can't do anything with it really. So it's either good to glue something to the back of it, or, you know, reinforce it somehow. Lucky last two. Here we go. So that one there, actually set a bit of it. This would have to be the easiest thing I've ever done as far as making a journal goes, and I like the sewing, but it causes me a bit of stress because I'm not really a sewer. My sewing machine I bought for scrapbooking years ago, so that shows you. I mean, I think I did make a couple of things. Well, I did make a couple of things, but it was certainly a scrapbooking machine, that's for sure. So it's only ever really sewed paper. It's not the best, it's only a cheapie from Spotlight, but it's been good old faithful for me anyway. Right, so towards the front, I have made things a little bit sturdier by using things like this card from Prima. I think it's Prima. Oh, Jelly Nutting. Who's that? Oh, it was Prima. Yeah. Shows how long I've had that moustache for. There we go. Lovely. And we'll just do this bit. I don't think I want stink or stern for that measure, but on the first page, but that's what it's going to be. Right. So I'll just put the glue on this. The lid on the glue, sorry. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to reinforce this whole book. So when you open it out, it does sit quite flat. I mean, obviously at the beginning you're going to need something there, but the pages do sit quite flat. I just need a bit of burnishing, and which I'll do. So it's quite a neutral sort of base for a journal, which is a good thing because I quite like decorating my journals. But I do writing journals usually, but this one is going to have a lot of embellishing in it, and pockets and bits and pieces. I haven't put any floating pockets in here because I just wanted to keep it really simple, but they can be added. What's happening there? Here we go. So that's that. That's the only dud one. Never mind. Can be covered up. So there we have it, all our reinforcements for this lovely book. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get like 4 strips of fabric. Just trying to think where I can get some quickly from. I'll just grab some material. Hang on. Fabric. Do you know, a few months ago I got sent these from a lady in Australia who belongs to a group that I belong to, who was very kindly sent me these, some of these bits, and I have looked high and low for these for the last, I don't know, 6 months, and then I found them the other day. Couldn't believe it. They were just sitting there easy peasy. Right, I'm just going to cut 3. This is just coffee dyed light calico, and so I'm just going to cut a few of the same length off. And I do know that this will the glue will bleed through this, but that's all right because this is all going to be covered up with a topper anyway, so that's okay. And I like the frayed edges, and I'll just bring that down slightly. So there we go, we've got 3, it's half, yeah, just a wee bit closer to that edge would probably be better. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that down with the same glue just over here. It's just another bit of reinforcement for the journal. You can still see your open spine. And also doing it the way I did, it's not sticky. It doesn't remain sticky, so you're actually quite lucky with what you get. There we go. Not particularly even, but that'll have to do. So you can still see, like, you can see the green through there. That doesn't bother me at all. I think that's fine. Now you don't want to pull this so tight that you tighten your book up too much. You want to give it a little bit of give so that when you're adding pockets and things to it, it doesn't bulk it out too much and make it into an alligator mouth. So just leave a wee bit of give there. Okay, well, that's probably a wee bit too much, but that's better. Just about there. So there's a little bit of give there, and that once you get everything in there, that will take it. So that's fine. In there. This one. Yeah, just leaving a wee bit there. So there we have it. Nicely done. It's going to have a topper on here, which may be a wee bit bigger, like to match the back page. In fact, I could probably even cut that back page down a little bit. And then we have all our reinforced pages. So it's not bad for about an hour's work, is it? And we've got our spine showing through, which makes it look a bit interesting. And I quite like that because it's just a little bit different. And you could make this into an art journal, you can make it into a junk journal, you can make it into a writing journal, or you could just use collage on it. You can do anything with these, and you don't need a lot of things apart from some glue and some scissors, and maybe a ruler just to tear paper. So I hope you weren't too bored during that little video, but you will see this journal again. And yeah, I hope you enjoy making your own one. Just something to sit and do. I like doing a lot of things in front of TV, so for me that's good. I can just puddle away on that, and it's going to be quite a substantial journal when it's finished, but you know, it's got a good size spine, probably 1.5 inches maybe, and it's going to be lovely. Okay, we'll have a lovely day. Sorry, it's going to be put out tomorrow, so it'll be Monday. So I hope you have a lovely Monday, and I'll see you back on Tuesday. Have a great day. Bye. Happy Easter. Bye.